So for the continuation of the theories, so we have evolutionary theory ni Charles Darwin. So it is rooted in Charles Darwin theory of natural selection. So it explains the existence of aggression and violent behavior as positive adaptive behaviors in human evolution. So these traits allow their bearers to reproduce disproportionately, which has had an effect on the human gene pool. So according to natural selection, we have survival of the fittest. Sabi nga po ni Charles Darwin, meron tayong survival of the fittest. Wherein yung survival of the fittest, we are referring to the environment. Na kaya po tayo nagsusurvive, it's because of our environments. Human beings adapted to environment had a greater chance to survive and pass on to their genes. And higher din kasi yung chance natin for survival and reproduction kapag po tayo ay nag-a-adapt po sa ating environment. Gaya nga po dun sa Bible si Eva at si Adan, hindi naman sila makakapagparami kung hindi po sila nag-adapt sa environment. At hindi rin po tayo mabubuhay kung wala po tayong adaptation sa environment. At hindi rin sila makakapagparami kung wala po silang adaptation sa environment. Kaya nga po may sinasabi si Charles Darwin na survival of the fittest when we are referring or connecting to the environment. So through adaptation to our environment, we survive. At tayo po ay nakakapag-reproduce through environment. Next, the RNK selection theory. So, a sub-theory that holds all organisms can be located along a continuum based upon their reproductive drives. So, another info regarding RNK, K-oriented people are more cooperative and sensitive to others, whereas R-oriented people are more cunning and deceptive. So, take note nyo lang po yung RNK. Kapag R, rami. So, ibig sabihin, it reproduce quickly or it reproduce rapidly. So, meaning to say, dahil they reproduce rapidly, they invest little to their offspring. Hindi nila natututukan or nabibigyan ng tamang atensyon kasi reproduce sila ng reproduce. While kapag K-oriented people or K-selection theory, they reproduce slowly. So, meaning to say, they can take care in raising their offspring. Meron po silang family planning na hindi sila agadan or taon-taon nag-aanak kasi alam nila na kailangan nilang tutukan at bigyan ng guidance yung kanilang mga anak. So, ibig sabihin lang po ni RNK, ang mas involved po sa criminality ay si R-oriented people. Kasi po, hindi sila nabibigyan ng tamang atensyon dahil reproduce sila na reproduce. So, ibig sabihin, si R-oriented, those are people who commit crimes which seems to exhibit our selection traits such as frequent sexual activity. So, dahil sila ay deceptive, dahil sila po ay walang atensyon na nakukuha, walang guidance, ngayon po sila ay nagiging rebellious person. Kaya po sa dalawa po na theory na nabanggit, si RNK, si R po yung pinaka-involved sa criminality. Next will be the cheater theory. So in cheater theory, sabi nga po, once a cheater, always a cheater. Pero it depends upon to you kung ito po bang quotations na to ay totoo or hindi. And then, do you know why people cheat and lie? So, take note na people cheat and lie because they know it's easier to get forgiveness than permission. Which is true po na mas mabilis kasi tayong magpatawad na isang sabi lang po sa atin, nagiging fragile or nagiging marupok ang isang tao. Kaya po mas marami yung nag-cheat at nagsisinungaling po sa atin. And according to the study, men are sexually aggressive who use their cunning to gain sexual conquest with as many females as possible. And sabi nga rin po sa study, yung mga lalaki daw, ang gusto daw nila po ay the more, the merrier. Para daw po may backup plan sila kung sakali po na mawala yung isa. So, this is only according to the study. So, credit silang po sa nag-study na ang men po ay sexually aggressive than female. So, tit for tat meaning po, reacting or behaving in the same way they did. So, kung ano po yung ginawa sa inyo, so gagantihan ka lang po ng isang tao. Actually, this is only an idiomatic expression. So, which means to intentionally punish someone because they have done something annoying or unpleasant to you. Kung dati po meron tayo nung first year natin an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, dito naman po tit for tat. Kumbaga gagantihan lang po natin sila to give lesson. Hindi po yung gagantihan natin para lang masabi natin na nakaganti po tayo. So, that is tit for tat. And then, 3 elements ng tit for tat, we have nice, never cheats first, retaliatory, sees cheatings, and cheats too. Merong ganyan, na nakitang nag-cheat yung isa, ayun po, gagayahin na lang din para wala ng away. And then, forgiving. Forgives earlier cheating. So, nag-cheat before. So, dahil nag-cheat before, hindi na po niya inulit. Kasi natuto na siya dun sa pagkakamali niya nung nakaraan. Then next po natin, according to psychologist Byron Roth, cheater-type males may be especially attractive to younger, less intelligent women who begin having children at a very early age. So, it explains male aggressiveness. So, case-to-case basis naman po ito that sabi lang po ni psychologist Byron Roth na mas attractive po yung mga lalaki sa mas bata sa kanila. At majority din naman po talaga ng study na yung mga lalaki po mas na-attract sila sa mas bata kesa po sa mas matanda. Sabi nga po, based on the survey, nagtanong-tanong po tayo, mas fresh daw kasi yung mga bata. Kaya po, mas attractive sa younger ang mga lalaki. Kaya po marami din po yung nagiging involved sa early pregnancy. Kasi wala po silang maayos na intervention at wala po silang proper guidance na nakukuha. So, reasons why people cheat. So, these are some reasons bakit nag-cheat po yung mga tao. Una po, dissatisfaction in the relationship, boredom, need for excitement. Then, pang-apat po, wanting to feel attractive. Fifth, sexual incompatibility. For those po na mag-asawa na, nasa married life na, yun nga lang po, hindi sila compatible sexually. And then, value emotions more than long-term goals and revenge. Tandaan lang po na we all deserve a second chance but not for the same mistakes. So, next will be the arousal theory. So, arousal theory explains that aggression is a function of level of individual's needs for stimulation or arousal from environment. So, when we are referring to the arousal theory, we are referring on how we will be satisfied kung sakali pong nagkaroon po tayo ng boredom. So, for example, wala tayong ginagawa sa bahay. Pero instead na mo-bored tayo, gagawa tayo ng way kung paano tayo masasatisfy. Like, maglalaro kayo ng basketball, maglalaro kayo ng ML, or gagawa kayo ng mga activities na makakapag-satisfy ng needs nyo. And for those naman na may mga disorders na hindi po natin maiiwasan kasi may mga pyromaniacs, may kleptomaniacs. So, kung mga pyromaniacs po na excessive desire for fire, na na-arouse po sila or nandun po yung arousal level nila or satisfaction nila kapag sila po ay nakakakita ng apoy. So, nagpapanik na ang lahat sa klase kasi nag-aapoy na yung classroom, nasusunog na. May isang estudyante na tawang-tawa pa at masaya pa na nakakakita ng apoy. Kasi doon niya na-achieve yung arousal level niya. Doon niya na-achieve yung kanyang satisfaction. Next is the life course theory. So, other term po is the developmental theory, and criminal behavior is a dynamic process. Dynamic since life course yan, nagbabago. Na hindi po habang buhay tayo ay bata, tayo po ay tumatanda. Kaya nga po meron tayong stages of human development. Hindi naman habang buhay baby tayo. Hindi habang buhay po ay nakastak lang po tayo sa 1-year-old tayo. Tayo po ay tumatanda. So in collaboration naman po ito ni Sheldon Gleck and Eleanor Turov Gleck. So according to the life course view, even as toddlers, people begin relationships and behaviors that will determine their entire life course. So as children, they must learn to conform to social rules and functions effectively to the society. Kasi dito po sa life course, yung mga tao po or mga individuals, they are expected to begin thinking about their careers. Syempre, ang mindset natin, career and marriage life or married life. So, they leave their parental homes and eventually marry and begin their own family. Kasi hindi naman natin maiiwasan na hindi natin ma-achieve yung gusto natin. So, kaya nga tayo nag-aaral kasi may gusto kayong makuha or ma-achieve sa future. And that is your career. Ito yung tinatahak nyo na career. While, kapag naman kayo ay nakagraduate na, nakapagtrabaho na kayo, so settled na kayo sa career nyo, nandyan na po yung marriage life or married life nyo. Kung sakali pong gusto nyong mag-asawa or hindi po talaga maiiwasan, kailangan nyo pong lumayo sa family nyo para ma-provide sa inyong needs ng asawa mo. So kaya po kapag life course view, dalawa lang po lagi ang tinitingnan yan, career and marriage life. So hindi po kayo nagtatrabaho, hindi po kayo pumapasok ng dahil lang sa wala. Pumapasok kayo kasi may future kayo at may career kayo na gustong tahakin. And after that, bonus na lang po yung marriage life nyo. Kasi yan na po ay isa sa pangangailangan at isa sa ini-aim po ng lahat. Magkaroon ng maayos na family at bumuo ng maayos na family. So, negative transition, as kids acquire more personal deficits, the chances of acquiring additional deficits increases. Meaning to say, nagkakaroon po tayo ng negative transition if ever po na nagkakaroon ng obstacle. Halimbawa, nag-aaral po tayo ngayon. Pero dahil nag-aaral tayo, meron tayong financial problem, may problema sa family, pero instead na magpatuloy tayo behind that obstacle, tumigil tayo, naging tambay tayo, naging rebellious person tayo. So meaning to say, nagkaroon po tayo ng negative transition. At kung sakali naman po na behind that obstacle, itinuloy natin, nag-working student tayo, hindi tayo nagpa-apekto sa problema na meron tayo, at nakatapos po tayo, yun po ay positive transition. So again po, kapag negative transition, once na may obstacle, and that's obstacle po ang nagiging dahilan bakit hindi tayo magtutuloy or magpapatuloy, that is negative transition. Positive, kung behind that obstacle, nandun pa rin yung eagerness natin na mag-push or maituloy po kung ano yung pangarap na gusto natin. Next will be the latent trait theory. So, stable feature characteristics, property or condition such as defective intelligence. So, tandaan po na when it comes to latent trait theory, we are referring to the traits that can be inherited from our ancestors. So, yung defective intelligence po is one of the example po kung ano po yung nai-inherit natin sa kanila. Na even pala yung pagkakaroon ng low intelligence ay nai-inherit. Impulsive personality and genetic abnormalities. Kung within your family setting, may problema na po na sabi nga, kung merong sa family nyo or saan kanyo na may mga disorder, possible po na ma-adapt po yan ng mga susunod na generations. Kaya nga po ang sabi dyan, yung mga physical or chemical functioning of the brain and environmental influences on the brain function such as yung drugs which is nabanggit po natin in biochemical factors, the chemicals and injuries that make some people delinquency prone over the life course. So according to latent trait theories kay David and Wayne and Alan, they focus on basic human behavior and drive such as attachment, na itong attachment po na ito, kapag nawala, automatically po, yung mga bata po ay nagiging rebellious person. Not only sa rebellious person, minsan po, tahimik lang, hindi kumikibo, nagiging introverted sila, or kung maging extroverted man sila, yung mga activities na ginagawa po nila mostly ay antisocial or illegal. Then they become aggressive and impulsive. Also, they become violent because of the impulsive personality na meron po sila. And that are linked to their antisocial behavior patterns.